That's the wrong one. Am I live? I am live. Okay. So hi, hello. Welcome to Railroads Online. They changed the title screen thing here on me, which is kind of cool. It used to look different, which, it's in beta. I would imagine that it'll change as time goes on, but we appear to be doing quite well. So I'm going to make up a server. I have played the game a little bit before. By that I mean about 100 hours. But when the turntables broke, I kind of stopped playing the game. So, yeah. Anyway. This is going to be, as you saw maybe from the thumbnail, the Hillside Transport Co. We'll call it live. Live number 1. Okay. Should be alright. I am going to be turning off the player feature since I unfortunately cannot have other people join me, namely because of a handful of shitheads that run around in the game, but that's besides the point. I did rework my layout a tiny bit, as you can see. I think I'm probably gonna rework it again, swap chat and me around. That way you guys can chill out below me. Or I'll keep being the bottom corners of the game. Ah, well, A, I fucked up, and B, what the hell? This is my own personal world. Strange. Okay. Well, leaving the session. Yeah, don't mind that. I don't know what that was. That was just weird. The game apparently decided to throw Oliver into the floor. And yes, I did name it Oliver. He's my favorite little train dude. Sorry, so I need to scroll down and yeah, as you can see, I was playing back when they originally added an autosaves as well, and they didn't rewrite. They just sort of stayed the same. So, not exactly the world's greatest, but it'll be fine. Anyway, we are going to be playing the game in. Pretty sure I set this all to the hardest possible one, but sure. Realistic settings with hard industry, which means it's a 1-to-1 ratio for um, the industries and the train and car physics, as well as the rail physics, are a little bit more realistic. So if you go around a corner too fast, your train can jump the track, which is quite fun. I've done it a handful of times. It's annoying to get everything back together, but it's still very, very fun. And anyway, like I said, we'll join into a new game here. If I could figure out how to go through and delete saves, I would. Hopefully, it's just a feature that they add eventually. Oh, That's good. So you guys might actually remember me telling you all that I was making tea a couple days ago. And I just finally got around to actually having some of it, and it's super good. They also seem to have changed the maneuver, the walking physics a little bit. This is weird. I don't know how to feel about this. Now I have to run everywhere. Let me. So there's I was watching a few of those like do this in order to have better looking railroads. Apparently, if you take these crossover pieces and connect them, obviously you want to go out far enough. You can make it so that you have straight train tracks. Supposedly. I have yet to actually do it. I hope they add some sort of a hotbar system as well. Because I would love to just have, like for example, we'd have crossover pieces that go perfectly straight for however long. And we'd have so on and so forth. I should be able to do a, what is this, a right or a left? It should be a left. Yeah, that'll work. Demolish rails as far back as I can go. Because as much as I love the crossover pieces, they are not necessary for this. On a three-way switch. This is going to be very crowded very quickly, but that'll be fine. Well, yeah, no, like I said, hopefully they add that in eventually. Because a hotbar system would be good. Excuse me? Hello? Tree? Okay. Apparently the tree physics have changed a little bit. What's really fun is if you get a tree inside of some ballast, and it's crazy enough, the tree will actually do the fun thing called deciding to die. It just goes spinning off into space. I have seen videos of engines doing it too. I've never actually managed to do it myself. I think the game might actually be stable enough right now. I could be wrong though. Why did that look weird for a moment? Weird. Anyway. Something I kind of hope they also do eventually is getting rid of... I'll show you. I know it sounds like I'm complaining a lot, and I probably am. Like I said, the game still is in beta, so there's a reason for some of the stuff being the way it is. But I hope they get rid of this piece of track and just allow you to build out back here. Because what this piece of track does is... I can show you real quick, actually. If I go to locomotives, as you can see, this is right where they... right here's where they chose to essentially put these little layouts for showing off the different engines and cars, which there's a lot of, and they do look very, very cool. They're very well modeled. Some of these must have gotten updated, though, because they look different. And that's not a bad thing, honestly. That's actually pretty good. That looks cool. This is a snowplow. Snowplows are awesome. Apparently, at one point, they had the ability to just make an engine gain infinite speed. Anyway, one of the first things I want to do is just get a porter with a headlamp, which is 2050. So apart from setting up the exit way and the little bit of yard over there, one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to open up the map. We're going to be going to each of these different locations, and wherever the building is where we will be building our track. Well, not track necessarily. How do I do this? Is it home? I need my numpad on. How do I turn that back on? Will that be enough? That looks really tight. I should only ever be pulling like 1 or 2 cars off of there, but still. That looks very, very tight. Almost scarily so. Why? That's not even connected. Is that going to cause an issue? Everything else connected up just fine. Okay, that's just how that wants to connect in. Anyway. See, this looks more like what I was expecting this side over here to do, but it just went really weird and decided it wanted to fucking try to kill itself. So what we'll do, because I can't have my track doing that, is we'll move the track over to here. There, that looks a little bit better. Less like it's trying to just jump the track immediately. Yeah. So we'll set up our bit of yard station over here. Because what I want is to have essentially, yeah, let's grab some crossover pieces. Because I want it to be straight, so. I figure one of the better ways to do that, we're going to be having another left-facing track. Is that going to be too... That's too far. I need to actually pull this back a little bit. Damn. Anyway. I suppose I could tell you all a little bit about the Hillside Transport Co. while we're busy doing this, since it is kind of something that I've been working on in my spare time. I know. But I intend to essentially write something about it. I don't know. I don't know that it would ever be anything that would be released, or if it would just be literally me doing small little stories just for the hell of it. But I think it'd be kind of fun. Honestly, at the end of the day. So this tree isn't going to go anywhere. Oh, it actually is. Oh, fun. I didn't think it was actually going to do anything. Why is the volume so quiet? What did they do? Yeah, they messed up all my settings. Okay. Oh, that's fine. Hey! We should actually be able to hear something now. Test tree. I need a test tree. You're a test tree. There we go. I was wondering why the game was so quiet. Because it does have sound. Obviously. But anyway. Like I was saying, I don't know that I'd ever do too much with making a story for it, but it could be kind of fun. There we are. Why is that? I feel like that should be able to be straighter. Why is it so? Yeah. Like why? Why are you doing this? Just stop. Get some help. Stop becoming a weird snake. You don't need to do that. Okay, I guess it does. Strange. Anyway. Let us go through here. Okay. Okay, how do I change this? I don't remember. Oh, that's why. They've made it so that I no longer have that set again. Yay! I love it when they change all my settings. We'll do home as the button there. Oh yeah, there's a night and day cycle now too, which is kind of pretty. There's also a weather cycle. Does make working on stuff though a little bit difficult. Just throwing it out there. That maybe that could get some help. There we go. It's not perfect. It's a little bit curved, but that'll be fine. Something I'm gonna want to do is knock down a bunch of trees over here too. I've tried to do this so many times as like a YouTube video, but I don't really know how to. I've also made the audio way too loud again. There's gotta be a medium, right? It was like it was just there. I don't know, it was treating it like it was just... Oh, okay. Okay, game. Thank you. I don't know why it breaks so badly when I go into the settings either. But yeah, no, there's a lot of different things, including a wall and a new bridge, which is really cool. I'm hoping this will be cool. Because what I want to do is just sort of have... Never mind, sorry. What was I saying? Yeah, I want to eventually have like a sectional that goes across everything over here because I think that'd look really cool. I don't know though. This always looks like it's a... Right there always looks like it's a spot to me. There's the door. There we go. So now we have a teleportation spot. So if you didn't know, the way to have like waypoints and teleports, you used to be able to pull trains and shit through this, but I don't think you can anymore. Is you just go to your menu after you place one and click on it. Or onto your map, not your menu. And it always looks pretty good right there to me. I think we're going to be building a train yard over here. Like a train shed. I really desperately want the Montezuma. I know that it's not great right now. Because everything else can outpace it by a lot. Which is dumb. But I still want it. And I'm going to be building a train shed with the idea of having the Montezuma, which we're going to be calling Edward. And I want to know, can you guys see this? Metron notes? No. Okay, only I can. So we're going to be having the porter. And I think... I want to keep it named Betsy. But honestly, I think that Audrey would be a better name, or Wilbert. For obvious reasons. You didn't know he's actually the man that wrote the Railway series, which is what inspired Thomas and Friends, which is what inspired the Hidera and everything else. It's kind of interesting. Very, very fun. If you ever get the chance to read about the story, I do recommend it. You know, Berdalcroft was the reason that the TV series was made. The Reverend was actually very against the idea because in the 60s, I think it was the 60s, they had tried making a show about it. And yeah, it didn't go well. They must have optimized the game a lot as well, though, because it feels very good right now. We're also going to be doing something. I know I'm going back to my options again. Why didn't I already do this? The answer is because it changes from every fucking server you're on. We'll do a 10-minute night. 50-minute days, 10-minute nights. Because I am a sucker for that. Save. Save! There we go. Okay, well, it knocked it back to being day, which is fine. I'm just going to be pushing back some of these messier areas of tree. Hopefully, eventually, we'll be able to knock down more than 2 at a time. Because you have to wait for the sound effect to play out about twice before you can knock down another tree. I don't know if it's just my computer being angry about the game, trying to let me knock down trees, or what's going on there, but it's very weird. Essentially, you have to wait till you see that little dust cloud in order to know that you've knocked down the tree. And if I get going too fast, as you can see, even if I stand there clicking on it, it doesn't do it. So either space yourself out really, really far, or just be prepared to be doing the waiting clicking dance. There we are. What what caused me to go up in the air? Was that the tree's hitbox? That's also a surprising thing. The trees have persistent hitboxes, which is fun, but it's mildly annoying. Anyway, we're going to be building one of my favorite types of engine shed, where we take barn red. We'll be putting it right here. We'll have a little berth off the side for any locomotives that are... I pressed the wrong button, I'm so sorry. We will have a little berth off the side here. That should be fine. Or not. Doors open. No, hey. Sit to open. There is no sound effect for the doors opening either, which is very unnerving because it's super, super quiet. I'm not a huge fan of it being that quiet, but we'll take it. Never having tried. There we go. It looks better. I wish they were the same shade of red. I also wish we didn't have to essentially break the game by putting objects instead of objects for this to work. But this is just a nice little offshoot shed berth. An addition. Hey, I wish we could just snap sheds together like we do rails. That'd be really cool. You know, have it so that it rounds it out a little bit or something. If the concern is that it would look funky. Are you gonna fall over? No. You're just gonna stand there and disappear. Okay. Make sure I have enough space cleared out back here. Hello? Again, the sonnet, the waiting dance. Absolutely my least favorite aspect of cutting down trees is the fact that you have to wait. You can't just go, okay, I'm gonna cut down X amount of trees right through here, like, you know, drag and select, and be like, okay, let's cut down an acre of the forest and just have them all either A, vanish if the issue is the engine can't handle it, or B, if the engine can handle it, just letting it be a thing. I know I'm getting complainy, and I apologize. It's just one of those things that have been bothering me since I started playing. And we're going to build up a turntable. A small turntable should do out here. I want it to line up with this. Ah, that's going to be a problem, isn't it? Because nothing would be able to connect to right here. What to do, what to do. Well, obviously, A, we knocked down this stuff, sadly. Sucks, but it must be done. B, we take this. We say, come along now. We move it out to, like, here, I guess? You have to be very careful about turns, too. If they're too sharp, your train will come off the tracks, which is terrifying. I guess I can do a nice turntable for out here. This is going to be the main yard, where all the engines sort of just exist. They chill. Where they go to get shipments and whatnot. Where most of my shipments get dropped off. I do hope, eventually, we get, like, passenger trains, maybe small towns. I think that'd be kind of cool. I know that it's supposed to be more like an industrial area, but I would love it. It'd be very nice. And theoretically, if they don't add it in, someone else will, because it sounds like they want to have workshop support, which should be very cool. You can actually watch a couple of the devs, they play the game, and like record stuff, talk about different things they're doing with the game. It's very, very neat. If I can find them, I will throw them into the description. If I can find them, is the issue. Because I stumble across them once every like 300 or 400 years. But the Reddit community seems to be very active, which is very, very nice. Part of the reason why I knew there was a big update, because Steam didn't tell me. I don't know what I did to my Steam, but I made it angry again. It's decided to not tell me things that I'd like it to tell me. Anyway, I need to keep drilling out trees this way too. Something else I'm hoping that they add in eventually is the ability to just make areas look like they're sand or dirt. Christ, what is that stuff called? embankment. Make it so that it's easier to be like, oh yeah, that's an embankment right there. Because as it stands, I mean, like, you can, mostly. But, I don't know, it doesn't feel quite right. That should be good. Anyway, the game auto saves every minute for me. Every 5? I forget exactly. It's pretty consistent, though. So you're probably going to be seeing the game save logo in the corner quite a bit. So I apologize if you're not a fan of it. It just, I don't trust myself to remember to save often enough. Well, that's not what I wanted you to do, believe it or not. What is the issue? You did this perfectly fine earlier. Is it because oh, both doors are open. Oh, okay, there we go. I mean, just even having the ability to do this would be nice without having to, again, jank the physics engine. That's what I'm doing, is just making the physics engine go all weird and wonky in order to achieve this effect. Because it's not meant to work like this, believe it or not. That's fine though. Hello. They're gonna have to go uphill to get onto the turntable. That's probably for the better anyway. Probably. I could be wrong. Have we made it so I can just attach these yet, or do I still have to move the turntable to attach? That would be too easy, wouldn't it? No, you gotta turn the turntable so that it can... Why did the turntable immediately stop? What? That's not at all how this used to work. That's bizarre. But informative. Or so I'm told. Yeah, that's very, very weird. I wonder why it just immediately stops now. I mean, it's helpful. I like it. It's just one of those things where you see that happen and you go, huh, what line of code got so badly broken here that that's what they have to do? Can I do like this? Just like right there. Perfection. Let us build up a crossover piece. Grab some of our railroading chunks. I thought my phone just lit up. Apparently it did not. I'm just losing my mind again. I mean, it looks a little bit weird, admittedly, yeah. But at the same time, I really don't mind that. I kind of like how it looks. Something that I want to do is put a stopping point at the back here, a bumper. I'm not sure why they're called bumpers, but they are. And we'll take some embankment type 1, jam you onto there. There we go. worst comes to worst, there's a little bit of embankment, essentially overflow on the one side or the other, but it looks pretty good. So this can just be where we put like a little tiny track inspection engine or something. Nothing too major. This does look pretty nice though, if I have to say so myself. Only issue now, I'm hoping it'll be something that they're going to be changing eventually, is getting the turntable to cooperate. Like, I wish I could get it to just snap to a rail. That would be nice. But, for now, this looks pretty nice. Something we can do is right off the edge of the turntable here, we can set up a refueling station. Wood depot. Should I do it right here, though? It might make more sense to put it over on a straighter edge. Like over here. And then that's also going to be blocking... Decisions. Oh, I know what I can do. We'll have to work on it a little bit. We just say goodbye to that. We take a left switch. We grab our rails. We pray to God that I can make this work. I should be able to make this work. If I can't make this work, then I'm going to have some serious questions for myself. Yeah, honestly, that's probably better than the original. This is more straight. And bigger engines shouldn't have too much of an issue on that corner. I'm a little bit worried for like the Montezuma. But that's going to be like one of the bigger engines. Or the Class 48, I suppose. I'm talking the Steam Class 48, not the other one. So how much room do I have to work with here if I want to make this completely straight? Not much at all, actually. Damn. Where's the bumper? How long are you? Can I set you here? No, you run right into the other track. I'd have to demolish you, it looks like. I mean, that's getting dangerously close, but that should be fine. We'll take the quarter over here just to fuck around, make sure nothing looks like it's going to immediately implode on the rest of the environment. I don't have to worry about embankment too much here. It's a little bit sketchy with these, oh god, what are they called? Tile things being floating, but it'll work for now. I think. Anyway. Have your train. I think having the water station just over here is probably going to be the best. Especially if we do a red water tower. Or just a nice water tower in general. I'll go with the old style. See how that looks. That looks pretty cool. It is floating. We will fix that. I just want to get the firewood depot set up too. This is what I'm worried about. This firewood depot here. Because I need to have enough space to essentially build a track on the backside here so that we can put wood in, have it made into more firewood. Track construction. Take some embankment type 3. Spin this around this way. See, I don't mind embankment in general, but it does this weird, like, grading effect. Like, you can tell where it was and was not a giant platform. I just want to be able to make, like, a giant smooth chunk of this stuff. Because I think it would look nice. But that should work. So we're going to have another set of track. How am I going to do this? Because as it stands, I'd either have to go all the way around and up, which isn't bad per se, or I have to go around the engine shed and back here, which again, not a bad thing, just mildly annoying. Anyway, I want to make sure there's enough room, so if I take larger wagons of wood over here, I don't have to worry. A bumper, that's brilliant. I guess I'm going to be doing the long way around. It's not that bad of a deal. Just ever so slightly annoying. Anyway, if you ever want to just have a relatively straight section of track, that's all you got to do. Honestly, maybe I will just continue it out to here. Take out this bumper because I don't need it. It'd also just be a good spot to store the wood chunks for now, because I have no better way to describe them. There. It's not perfect again, but it'll do. The embankment, ran off a little bit over here. We had some extra funds. It'll be fine. How the hell am I doing this now? Oh no. I didn't think about this. I guess... I think I'm only going to really ever have 3 engine sheds through here. So this should be fine. Doable even. Hello? Should be. That looks like a really sharp turn. But the game did put it in. I don't know. I'm a little worried about that turn. Don't always trust the turns the game fucking makes for you either, because they can be shit. Why is it so curved? Fuck you. I want to go straight. Or you'll pay. I just want a minute, I'm screwed. Because I don't want it to be... There we go. That looks a little bit better. It's a nice straight shot up. I don't know. I may have just realized a flaw with this plan. Because unless I'm having my train push log cars all the way down to here. God damn it. We'll work on that later. For now, we're going to take a break on actually building rails and just go to each of the individual locations that we need to go. Which is going to be done mostly by walking, which is going to suck. It's going to take forever, but it'll be fine. We do have a killer soundtrack to do our adventuring to. And it can just be straight lines since I'm just going to be walking it. So we're going to go to logging camp first. It's going to be one of the first locations we want to get set up. I have a very rough idea on where it is. Namely because of my train track that I use all the time to get over to there. Or at least I did. I'm glad that everything's in a set location as well. That helps some. Also, yeah, you can see my mouse. There's not much I can do about that. Oh my god, I can actually steer while using the map now. What? When did they add that? I don't remember that being a thing. You know what I do remember? It's my shoulder trying to kill me. What the hell was that? I don't have to stay here anymore. I think I could get there actually without even using the map. I've been to a couple of these locations. I haven't been to all of them on my own world, so I don't know how all these things work. I have seen how some of them work, but for the most part, it's just going to be me guessing. Because I know how the log mill and sawmill work. That's basically it. Oh god, do I have to cut across the mountain? Yes, I do. Okay, we're gonna go the long way. We're also gonna play with the lamp. Lamp? Lamp? Oh, here it is. They changed where the lamp's held at. Oh, that's nice. So this is gonna be probably about half an hour or so just walking to each individual location, not just to the one location and then the other. There is no fall damage. There's the logging camp. How much money do I have? No, that's not what I wanted to do. Is it P for players? Yes, it is. As you can see, you do actually get a little bit of experience from building track. Experience, I think, allows you to operate other vehicles. I don't quite know. It doesn't seem to affect anything. Apart from just being like, hey, I'm rank whatever. Still love my own personal world, though. Supposedly I had a Railroads Online dev. That, or it was just a hacker that spawned in a train claiming that they were one. Either way, it does not matter. It was quite cool. It was very cool. Okay, so over here is cordwood, which is what I originally thought I needed. But if I understand, you really want to just collect logs originally. That's what your first thing is for. It's pretty easy to actually collect logs. You just click on the machine, it'll drop the log. That'll despawn, don't worry. Cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our little building, telegraph office, See, a little bit of an alleyway to walk through. Perfectly fine. I can get in and out. You just be careful where you place some of these because they can actually break your spawn point and just drop you into no man's land. Into the Shadow Realm, Jimbo. Right into the Shadow Realm. Interestingly, the sawmill is big enough that it shows up on the map. That is the sawmill, basically. I think it's a little bit off kilter from where it actually is, but it's pretty neat. Nothing else shows up on the map like that. Sawmill's one of my favorite locations, though. You can get so much money from it. I don't think I'm going to sell Betsy. I think what I'm going to do when I actually pick up my other porter, which I think I'm actually going to name Wilbert. I think it's been decided upon. It'll be my actual number one. It'll have a headlamp. We'll just put Betsy over by the delivery area. Keep her over there. Put her on like two bumpers connected together. And just let her vibe. Essentially use her as a museum piece. And if I really, really, really need the help, we'll go ahead, we'll grab her, and we'll, I guess, pull her over to wherever we need to go. Which means that if we run her out of water or fuel by the time we get the new engine, it doesn't matter. We'll just connect the Wilbert or Edward. I'm not entirely certain which one I want to go for first. I'm thinking probably Wilbert, just so we have a little porter. Oh, but I could be wrong. They supposedly also fixed the Hilux. I'm not sure how it's said. But it was just nothing but wheel slip originally when I tried it. On a different world. And apparently that's because of how wheel slip is calculated by the physics engine. But supposedly they fixed it. I think it was the Helix. G. Locomotives. It says the Heisler, which is kind of interesting. This thing, I think it was, they said they fixed. The Shay is such a cute little engine. I'm very tempted to pick one up. That's also a very fun engine. Hopefully we get some more. Because right now, if I understand correctly, all we have are narrow gauge, which is fine. It's more than enough for the moment. But I would like more. Also, those aren't rails. I thought they were rails originally. They are not. They are these pallets. It's lumber and like lumber and beams, I guess. Sorry. I don't know what that was. Apparently my brain decided that it was time to just yawn for 20 minutes. Jesus. Anyway, we'll shunt this back over to here. And that is 3 out of the 9 locations done. So we're making good time. I think we're going to go up the smelter next, and then we'll just take a teleport back to the freight yard. Yeah, we'll go up to the smeltery next. I don't think I've ever been up to the smeltery. I know it's up in the hills. I've seen videos of it, but I don't think I've actually been there personally. But that's where Oliver and Grace will come in. Oliver and Grace's job will be to essentially, if I can ever get someone to run shipments with me, will be to take things up to the smeltery. Nice long trains. And assuming I can't, we'll just take, I don't know, the fucking Glendale or something up there. I don't imagine that going well, but we can always hope. I gotta figure out a name for the Glendale too, if we do get one. It should be where you guys can come in handy. You guys can give me names. We can name things. It'll be quite fun. Can I see it from here? No, but I can see some really cool spots to build some track. Holy shit. Dude, look at that. That's like perfect track right there. I'm not entirely certain how to show it to you guys. You see where the two cliff faces meet? Like, maybe you can see my crosshair right there? Just following that along would be super cool. That looks nice. Hello, tree. Smelter is that way, though. Ah, I see it. I see it. Don't mind me, just hopping my way along. We'll get there eventually. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. I was playing on someone else's world. Just some random dude. Didn't really matter. He had a crash, a train crash, like just one preserved in time. Like it was a bunch of ruined boxcars and whatnot, and that looked really, really cool. And I would like to have something similar in my own world eventually. Just do some like world building. You know, like the company decided it'd be too expensive to go and pull the train cars, so they just kind of left them there. Which would be pretty accurate, actually, now that I think about it. This place is cool. What the hell? This is awesome. Alright. Telegraph office. What was you there? And now, I'm all the way at the smelter? Oh, would you look at that? I'm at the freight yard. Magic. I would love to build some trains along top of the mountain too. Tops there as well. Although I think that might be the world border. So I don't know. Yeah, no, I think that's these right here that I'm seeing. So I could, there just really wouldn't be much of a reason to. However, there is a reason to get to the iron mines. Let's go that way. Either it's warm in here or my cup has a hole. I'm hoping that it's warm in here. So I like that cup. And condensation is a bitch this time of year, so. Should I try to scale the mountain? Do it Skyrim style? That'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it? I don't know. It sounds like eventually a whole bunch of cool things will be coming. But I don't know. I am not the developer, so I cannot speak one way or the other on this. Love to be on the team though. I don't know what I'd bring to it. Because I can't program. I can't really model either. I'm absolutely horrible at that. It's not like you'd even really need concept art, which I also wouldn't be able to do because I'm terrible at art. Um, as you guys can tell. Okay, hi, that is a valley. Dude, this is cool though. I'd love to have a train going up this. Not physically possible though. No train wheel to climb that. That's too steep. There's some cool spots though. Have like a runaway train down in here. Boxcars all smashed up in behind it. Whee! How close am I to this thing? Why is the iron mine this way? What asshole decided that would be okay? No, no, no. Okay. Don't you dare. I know what you're trying to do, Mountain. Don't you dare. I will beat you. Beat you senseless. I hope we get the ability to dig tunnels eventually too. That looks super cool. Imagine having tunnels going through some of these areas. Just deep, dark tunnel area and then... Wow. Where am I going? How far off is the iron mine? Is now a good time to point out I've never actually been there, so I don't know where I'm going? Again, I've seen a lot of these places, and I've seen where they're located. I've just never seen how to get to them. Is that a giant lake down there? It looks like it's a giant lake right next to that. I'm assuming that's what the iron mine is. If that is the case, then brilliant. If it's not, then I'm sad. Let's go ahead and set that up back here. And bam. Iron mine done. That's really cool. I hope we get that sort of brick wall eventually, too. Let's go down to the coal mine, I guess. I think I can go up here. That'd probably be the easiest. Also, I broke you guys' game. Ah. Now I just have the ability to have the map out at all times. Which could be a problem. I don't know. Jesus. I mean, I'm not going to be able to see anything eventually because it's getting to be dark. And as much as I would love to just swap back the day-night cycle, that feels kind of cheap. I mean, look, at the end of the day, not having the track to everything, but having these set up is probably for the better. Because then as you're building the track, you can teleport back and forth, make sure you're going the right way. Is that a river down there? Dude, I'm building a train track next to that. Probably not the most common thing in the world to see, but it'd be very, very neat. I'm also very glad fall damage isn't a thing. I wonder if they'll actually add in like a death mechanic eventually. Something where, you know, eventually you just sort of go, oh, hey, look at that. There's X thing here. And now I'm dead. I don't know. That could be interesting. What is that over there? You guys see that? Like right next to this, to the leftmost corner of the map up at the top of the screen. I'd love to know what that is. I would love to know what that is. I'd also love to know where the hell this coal mine is. That helps. No, it doesn't even help. Do you have any idea how little this narrows it down? Like if they had just like little dots on the map, like, hey, you want to go to here, to here, to here, to here. That'd be cool. But I don't know. God, the coal mine is out of the way. Where the hell is this thing? Is that what I was seeing? Is that the coal mine over there? Where's my light? Oh, good. They nerfed the light. Now you can't see anything with it. Yeah, that must be the coal mine. So you need beams. You need rails. What do I get in return from that? Coal? Oh, that's cool. It's like a little area here, like you're going up into a door. I like that. That's a nice touch. Yeah, I guess you get coal. I mean, it's called a coal mine. I guess I should have figured, but still. G. Facilities, telegraph office. I wish the telegraph office could come in different colors too, rather than them all being the same. So, do I want to cross the mountain to get over to the refinery? Yeah, you know me. I want to crawl across the mountain. It's this way somewhere. We'll find it. Honestly, we're making pretty good time. No. Up. That's still not up. That's fucking down the mountain. Up. What do you mean? Oh, crouch jumping actually seems to work. Oh, that's bizarre. Thank you, Valve, for teaching me how to crouch jump all those years ago. You didn't know that's actually how I learned to crouch jump. It was from games like TF2 and Portal and Half-Life. Less so with Portal, more so with TF2. Half-Life somewhere in between. Because if you can crouch jump correctly, and you know how to do it, and you have enough armor and health, you can use the rocket launcher in the original Half-Life to fling yourself across the map. You can do it with a couple different weapons. Some of them do more damage, some of them do less. You can even use the God damn it. It's not the glue-on gun, it's the other one. The one that you can't overcharge or it'll explode and kill you. Although it's never really very well explained that that can happen. Do I have to go up that? I don't want to have to go up this. It sucks enough getting up. Oh my god, you slide so quickly. I was just building momentum. Reminds me of earlier, I was playing Sonic on the Sonic 2 on the Genesis. I was in Chemical Plant Zone. And there's that one series of like three series of really fast loops, and the one of them's at the bottom of the rest of the loops. So if you just build up enough speed there, you can end up getting stuck inside the wall. I don't know how it does it. The game just like flicks the screen up and you just sort of get trapped inside the wall. And it's bizarre. Kind of cool though. Um Definitely not the most fun thing to have happen. Like I'm not saying go out and try to do it because it crushed my really good run of Chemical Plant, which I've been trying to get better at. Maybe I'll play some Sonic on stream. Not with the Genesis, but like with the actual, with the other, like Origins or something. Because I do like myself some Sonic. It's one of those games that I just sit down to play and chill out. Which I know is weird because like you're going at like Mach 10, so how the hell do you chill out doing that? But it's fun. I enjoy it. To be honest with you, I wish more games were like that. Namely, just because it's interesting and kind of innovative. Can I not get up the mountain from this side? Have I fucked myself? Maybe I can. Yeah, I can do it. All those users of Skyrim can't fail me now. How about over here? Yes. No, yes. No. I think I want to go this way. So I'm looking for a relatively flat side of the mountain. Hey. Hey. Okay, no. They have apparently figured out how to code the mountains so that you cannot scale them. I imagine it is too smooth of a surface. Is that snow-capped mountains over there? Oh, you already know we're building over that way eventually. Ooh, what if I did... That's not what I clicked. What if I went with... Come on. Aha! Whoa, what the hell did I do? Even the game doesn't know what I'm doing. I thought they patched this out. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna judge it. You can do whatever the hell it pleases. What if I built a building? Like a firewood depot. Can I build one like right here? I can. Okay, cool, cool. We're making grounds. Probably not in the way they intended, but we are indeed making ground. Like there's no way in hell this is what they intended. Ooh, water towers. Water towers have ladders on one side. Which side though? I don't remember. I think it's that side. So what if I pulled a water tower back to like, okay, I guess to back here. No, 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 please, not like this. At least let me destroy everything first. Okay. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to go around. Although that probably could work. I'm just still baffled by the fact that glitch is still in the game. What if I just stacked a whole bunch of water towers on top of each other? Is that something I can do yet? Or do they patch that out too? I remember watching a dude while he was waiting for some folks to arrive with a train, just building a massive tower out of like 800 different things. It's kind of interesting, actually. Okay, can I get up this side? Or is this still too steep? Because I do want to, like, just get up to the top of some section of this hill and hopefully see where the refinery is. Even if that means breaking physics while doing so. By building stupidity. Up top, up top. Over here, over here. Yes. No, 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 no. Yeah, like that. No, 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 no. Okay. Like that. Nope. What the hell did they do right here? There we go. Is that where I'm trying to go? Wow, you can actually see a lot of things out here. I think those are the last three items I need, or places I need to get to, so. How am I gonna build? God, I'm gonna have to literally build a giant fucking loop through here. Because it's annoying how I'm getting a train up this mountainside. I wish I had a skateboard. Just skate down the mountainside, just build up speed. You know, like the sleds in oh god, what is it called? The Forest 2. Sons of the Forest. Whatever you want to call it. There's a nasty bug bite on my leg and it's bothering me. Mm. Yeah, that's the refinery right there. Wow, it's just an oil refinery. Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, oil barrels. But still, that's bizarre. That is very, very bizarre. What does this do? What does this do? What is this? We're gonna just build our shack back here in the middle area. This is a terrible spot for one of these because you can't see anything going on, but it'll be fine. Yeah, I know that happened earlier. Jesus. I'm a little bit torn when it comes to actually building the rail over the logging camp. Because I know I want to be able to future-proof it, but God, it sucks having to do that. Because there's a couple ways I can do so. The number one is building a giant loop. I don't want to have to build a giant loop, though. Because building a loop fucking sucks. So I think building a straight back and forth for now is what I'm going to have to do. And then we can figure out the loop situation later on. What I'm thinking I'm going to end up doing for the loop is we're going to be essentially going past the cordwood and connecting back up to the wood again. So it's going to be using a right or a left turning piece, a point, or a switch, depending on what you want to call it. It kind of depends on what you grew up with for your terminology. I've kind of always called them points. That's what they've always been addressed to as in all the media I've consumed about them, about trains in general. But I know that they are called switches sometimes. So, I don't know. This is going to be fun because this is literally just going to be me placing this right in the middle of what sounds like a fucking air war. So whenever I spawn in, I'm going to be like, ah, my ears, why did I do this to myself? But it's going to be funny. I don't remember this factory being so loud, though. Anyway, oil field's off this way. I think the best thing I can do for these areas is literally just build them branching off of the... I forget the name now. Build them up branching off of the freight yard. I think it's the best thing I can do at the moment. And then if they ever move stuff, I'm just going to be very sad. You see that out there? That's the oil field. I've been here exactly once. Well, twice now, I guess, technically. That's where I had Oliver stored. It was over at the oil field. I figured it would be fine to keep Oliver over there. We'd put Oliver as a ruby basin, and we'd put another ruby basin over there named Grace. I think we're going to keep most of the train names from the personal world and this world the same. Unless we decide to get more trains. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Where's a nice out-of-the-way location to set down my spot? Beams and steel pipes. God damn it. So it would take forever because I'd have to haul steel pipes from the iron refinery all the way over here. Okay, that's fine. We can do that. I have faith. We sure we can't just fly our trains, sir? Do we need to drive them on the ground? Alright, but that's every location marked off. So we're gonna go back to Freight Depot. It might be useful to put some of these along the line, but for now, I suppose I should actually introduce you guys to Betsy. Show her off. Huh. Huh. Hmm. Yes, I see. No. I know what I can do. I know what I can do. Because if I leave the brake on full, I should be able to just basically push it. Which is on full right now. I know that the Firebox is at 0 for temperature, but it is still funny seeing it act like it's not. There we go. So that's going to take a while for it to actually warm up. Yeah, I gotta make sure I have my points set correctly, though. So if I don't, that's a problem. I actually have all my points set correctly through here for once. Do you have any idea how rare that is? And that's millions to one for me to actually have it set up correctly. So that's pretty exciting. And then I don't want you going out onto the main line just yet, even though there's no main line to begin with. Because we're going to have you... We're going to have you... Push you there, I can pull you. I'd still be riding in reverse. I don't have to ride in reverse on you. It sucks. I hate it. It's the world's grossest idea. Driving a train in reverse. I don't need these. These are just bonus chunks of track that I can't get rid of. I wish I could, but I cannot. You know what? I give up. What if I did it like this? No, that wouldn't work. I think for now, until I actually get a proper system sorted out, we're just going to have Betsy at the back. Pushing the engine. Please stop going up. That's not what I need you to do. There. At least it looks cleaner over here. I hope one day they allow us to tear down everything over here and just, like, have one track. Connect off of it. But what do I know? I will be back momentarily. I'm getting more tea. Because tea is delicious. But I want to tell you, you can't have tea. Tea is good. Tea is very good. Especially when it's non-sweet. The non-sweet iced tea, very delicious. Would recommend. So, oh good, we actually came up to Steam while I was away. Brilliant. So now I can show you guys what I mean. It has sounds now! Dude! I need my break. Put you into 100. No! There we are, Betsy. That sounds too. Christ. Does that mean that the water towers have sounds finally? It's like, dude, tiny little changes like that are brilliant. I have an idea. It's a dumb idea, but it is an idea. Anyway, not important. And we'll drive her like this. Put the bag in at about 17%. You're at 0 for your brakes. Are your brakes on? Yeah, your brakes are on at 100. Which is why you feel so weird. Now your brakes are on at 0. You feel really weird today, Betsy. Did they change how you work somehow? Did they nerf you? I mean, it's about time, but did they nerf you? Because you're feeling very not right. I don't know how to explain it. Such a weird horn for you to have, too. So, I know what I want to do is basically go straight out to this hill. And we can go across to both locations. That's probably going to be for the better. So, what I want to do is find, like, the middle-ish. Because I want to essentially have you, like, right here. And then I'll have my tracks split. So we do sawmill. It shouldn't be too hard. It's mostly flat over here. The most difficult part will be getting up this. Keep trying to show you with my hand. You can't see my hand. You see the weird little bump next to the P on logging camp? That's going to be the most difficult part. But assuming I take like the really long way around, we should be fine. Should be. I'm not going to say one way or the other. Because that's not my place to make that call. Right about here should work, though. I mean, it'll be fine. Telegraph office will be in the middle of these. So let's go back to the freight depot. Let me out. Let me out. This is not a dance. I'm begging for help. I'm screaming for help. Please come let me out. Oh, wait. I know what I can do in order to actually create a space where I can drop off my trucks. Or freight cars. Whatever you want to call them, my child. I am not picky. Oh, this is the part where he betrays you, isn't it? Wheatley. Such a weird little character. Like, he's going along fine. Everything's going great. It's going according to plan. And he decides he wants to fuck it all up. Like a... I don't know, man. I've never understood his motive there. It always felt really weird that he just goes, I'm gonna betray you now. And it feels like it's out of left field, and you kind of go, oh, okay, why though? He's like, I don't know, it sounded like kind of like something fun to do today. And it's like, oh, I mean, I'm not gonna stop you, I guess. Yet. He's just sort of like, what was that? And he's like, nothing. I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, I'm sure. It just, oh my god, stop. Sit at 0, where you're supposed to be. I hate that. I mean, I'm very thankful that it remembers the last selected thing, but oh my god, I hate that. Yeah, because we can leave our cars on this longer side here. So whatever we're hauling, we can just drop back to here, where I will pull some ballast or embankment, whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm always going to be calling it ballast, because that's kind of always what I've heard it referred to as. I haven't really heard it referred to as embankment until very recently. No, I want it to be at 0. I hear your voice. If a human never comes through the door, will you promise me just one thing? Will you promise? Well, that's really flat in there. How the fuck did I hate making promises, and I don't know her name. So I sat and thought. Because this can be how we drop off our train right around here. Because God, the porter isn't ever going to pull anything more than like 4 cars. It literally cannot pull more than 4 cars. It's pretty sad. I know that sounds like me being a dick to it, but like, it's pretty pathetic compared to other trains. Granted, the other trains are much bigger wheel diameters and everything else, so it make more sense. They're built to haul larger loads. But it makes me mad. The porter can't haul more. I mean, arguably it probably could, but like, could it though? I don't really think so. Well, I'm going roughly to that spot. Death to you, tree. Can you just despawn? You don't despawn. Okay, good. I knew what I was gonna say. Well, okay then. Are you okay? Are you having a hard time? I've heard that people will build up their train's railroad in one direction all the way, and then set the reg to about 1% and the throttle to about 1% and just sort of coast, essentially. Obviously clearing all the trees off the main line before they send their train down it. And then they'll just sort of knock out trees as they're going along. Honestly, it sounds like a much more effective way of doing this. But at the same time, that would require me using the porter and like trying to cut trees out of a fucking window. And for whatever reason, I don't imagine that going well. What if back here I went and built another chunk of track that goes all the way around? I would love a loop. That's my main issue. I want a loop. Because as it stands, Betsy's basically going to just be pushing and pulling cars up and down. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, it'd probably be more effective to have her in the front when she's pulling a car uphill. When she's going downhill, cars should be doing most of the work. So she can literally just be brakes. And then a little bit of throttle whenever needed on the flatter sections. But I've run trains up and down from the logging camp. And once you get about 3 cars in, Betsy becomes like her brakes work. They do slow down the train a bit, but not enough. So I don't know. I do not know. God damn it, I don't want to do that. It's going to be interesting to see how we have to treat Betsy in order to get her to do what we want to do. That's what I thought. Where have you been trying to hide? Where? Where have you been? Oh my god, can you just be in line with me for once in your pathetic life? See, I'm not too concerned about giant corners like this. The train has, well, thank you, an issue with that. Then it's more an issue with the train than the track. Because even the Montezuma can go up and down this, I do believe. Stop with the pushing me into the ground. Or else. I would love to know how long it would take us to actually go up and down this line. Despawn. Dude, the Lark's had a fucking field day with me. That just needs to despawn. I wish they'd lose their hitboxes. At least against players. When you cut them down. Like against trains, whatever, I get it. It's so that you don't cut down a tree and like have a train going down the line, just have the train go right through it. Because it looked really weird. But I hate that it can collide with players who made this decision. Because I will find you. And I will kill you. Not really. There we are. We appear to be doing quite well, actually. We appear to be doing quite well. Oh, we're just looping now. There we go. Hopefully that'll break us out of the loop. YouTube really needs to fix that, because it's ever so slightly annoying. Can I just keep going straight? This looks super flat through here. The flatter the rail, the better, because then I can haul longer loads. So it'll be less work for any of my engines. There's not really too much of a need to go... Whoops. There is a bit of a limit on how far you can go with your train tracks. There's also apparently a limit to how long the engine will let you sit inside of a block. I say a block. You know what I mean. Inside of some railroad stuff. I don't see the teleport. That's a mild issue. Where? Oh, it's over here. You see that? It's all the way out there. Suck. These are going to be quite long bits of track, actually, which is going to be quite interesting. It'd probably be worth it to have a refueling station over here. But, what do I know? So, there's going to be a lot of track washouts here, isn't there? Mm-hmm. That's not going to be good. Break. Thank you. Like I said, if I can just clear out entire sections of trees, or go like, hey, clear out trees 10 meters out from the track, 3 meters out, however long. I don't actually know how long that would be. Like 3 foot from the track. That's not very far, but it would be better. I know that people would use that just to take out all the trees immediately. So you'd want to put like a limit onto it. Like, hey, it can only go out X amount of feet or inches or whatever. So for example, like 6 foot. I don't know what that converts to in non-American units. I apologize. I'm kind of an idiot when it comes to that sort of information. It'd be much nicer, though, than having to go through and just manually click trees for 300 years. I mean, they did the same for, for the, industries, so that we can just click once on the industry and it'll keep adding items so long as it has items to add and space to add them. I don't know. Maybe it's just not physically possible with the engine. If it's not, that's soul crushing. This is what I mean about things just spinning. Why was it doing that? I don't know, but it was. It used to be that they got spinning so fast they'd go up into space. It was quite fascinating to watch. I don't know. I'm sure at some point when we're doing this, we'll come back and redo some of our old tracks. I mean, I already find myself doing that in different older worlds, like test worlds and whatnot, where I was learning the basics. There. That's better. Look at that, though. That's just a fucking open area. It is very pretty. Very, very pretty. Do give me half a second, though. I apologize. Huh. Oh no. Day Shift at Freddy's. The world's scariest game. Kidding. That's such a good game. I love that series so much. It is bizarre, though. Going back and playing Day Shift 1 after having played Day Shift 3, it doesn't feel anything like the Day Shift games. Allow me to correct a little bit with what I'm saying there. It still feels like Day Shift. It's bizarre in that it feels very... It's mostly just jokes in that one, which to be expected, but you know what I mean. Rag on full! Just so we can get a good roll going. Give it a little bit of gas here and there. Steam, I guess. God, the way the train shifts when it's going over different points and shit just absolutely terrifies me. To no end. I'll go with full reverse. Greg, pull back. Is this going to send me straight? Yes. Also, my shoes clip to the floor. I don't know how to feel about that. I just need to get this car off the point, otherwise it'll have a panic attack. Right there is good. And now we get to just shut off the brake, turn on the brake, take out the connecting pin, take my brake off full, pull back, chuck some fuel in so we don't run out. That'll be fine. Why are you just rolling? What happened to all your friction? There's still one more topping to collect. Alright. It's a little bit easier to do that with this thing. So yeah, you could actually just pilot it with the in-cabin controls. .6% reg, shut off steam with the brake. And then you can just sort of look out the window. Bada bing, bada boom. We are actually doing quite well. And if you get to a section where you're not so sure, you can be like, how's it look on this side? Yeah, we're doing good, boss. Alright. Alternatively, you can just poke your head out the front and be like, hello, world. How are we doing? Oh, I'm back inside the cabin. Oh, I'm outside the cabin. If you really need to, you can pilot the train using this. We're actually doing quite good, though. We're not too far out of the station, but still. We're a pretty decent amount. I remember now why I turned down my audio, though, for the train sounds. Ouch, my ears. Oh yeah, did they actually fix wheel blur? Because that was an issue. They fixed it by making me look like I'm shunting back and forth. That's a little bit weird. There we go. I must be reaching the speed cap. We're doing pretty good, though. Look at that. It's pretty nice to have the train with you, because eventually the distances get to be really, really far. Just being able to go in between distances and be like, I want to go to here and to here, it's nice. We are going to go into full break, though. Yeah, no, Betsy does pretty well. Yeah. It's pretty good. Pretty damn good, if I say so myself. I want a left and a right through here. I mean, for now, this line isn't going to be used for anything. But again, we're future-proofing the railroad, which is a very important thing to do. Yeah, that looks alright. There we are. We are actually starting to rise. The embankment is, I mean, which is a little bit weird to see. But it does happen, so I'm not too concerned. It's odd, it's different, but it'll work. honestly, it's probably fairly accurate too. Only reason I say probably is because I am no licensed train man, engineer, driver. Again, different terms from where you came from. Because the British Railways apparently, you didn't know you know how to fix the train. I mean, you did, but weird. I don't know. The term engineer is apparently more of an American term for train drivers, which is bizarre to think about. Okay, let's go to the log camp. Actually, let's build a couple stations. I'm not sure what keeps causing you to do that. That's very weird. No, not the real rail. I want the fucking logging thing. Come on, game. Why do you have to make me so mad? So mad. All the time. There's no chill with you. You just make me mad. Make sure I can actually get outside the fucking building. Because again, these spaces are temperamental. Okay, so logging camp should actually be able to take just basically a straight shot. If I'm not mistaken. I think that might be something we have to work on next episode, though. Because I am a little beat myself currently. So, thank you to everyone who has dropped out and stopped by. It was good seeing y'all. I am out, though. See ya.